Hey everyone, it's Tyler back with another video. Today I'm going to show you how I used 6 workouts to go from an 11-second 100-meter dash to a 10.48 in one summer. You might not improve as much as me if you're starting further ahead. If you're starting at a 10.5, you're not going to drop a full half second in 12 weeks. That's not happening. And on the other hand, if you're starting at a 12-second 100-meter dash, you might improve by a full second, but you'll only end up at 11 seconds. I don't cover it in this video, but I was still doing strength training because I was working as a strength conditioning coach, so I was still doing lots of lifting and doing plyometrics. I don't cover that in this video because I think they should be specific to you and where you're at in your training. If you're a very young lifter, basic things like squats and pogo jumps and box jumps will be really effective for you. And if you're more advanced, then you might need to load them heavier. You might want to focus on different ranges of motion or partial reps, but it is still important that you're doing something. I recommend throwing that in on some of the heavier days after you run. The 6 workouts I used were 2 days of max velocity, 2 days of acceleration, a speed endurance day, and a day dedicated to volume, conditioning, and technique. And I'll talk a little bit about that later. Every Monday, I trained my max velocity. I think it's the most important trait for a 100-meter runner because at the end of the day, the fastest person probably has the best chance of winning. I always train my max velocity on Mondays when I'm the most fresh from the weekend. I took Saturday and Sunday off and always tried to run really fresh on Monday. The adaptation to max speed only occurs at 95% or more of your current max speed. So let's say your max speed is 20 miles per hour. You have to run 19 miles per hour or more to see any improvement to your max velocity. You can't do 9 reps at 80% of your max speed and expect to get any better. That's conditioning work. And because of that, I'm not trying to run these reps tired, and I'm not trying to run these reps fatigued from a workout earlier in the week. So I always do it on Monday. Before I talk about this workout, I want to explain the concept of flying sprints. Let's say a program says 10-meter flies. 10-meter flies just means running 10 meters at your top speed. So usually there will be a lead in before that. You might run 30 meters, and then you'll have a cone and another cone 10 meters apart, and your goal is to be at your max speed by the first cone and maintain it all the way through the second cone. So the first workout, 3 10-meter flies, usually ended up being about 150 meters by the time you have a 40-meter lead in and 10 meters here, plus however much you're slowing down. The 30 meters that we're at max speed is what we're trying to measure. And so there's your first workout, which is at least 3 10-meter flies. So what I would do is I warm up, do some sprint drills, and then I would do 3 10-meter flies, and I would give a really long rest between those, maybe 3 to 5 minutes or more if I wasn't feeling fresh. After that, I'll cool down, maybe do some core and some plyometrics or strength training, but that first day is very low volume, very high intensity. The other max velocity was similar, except for it was a fly, float, fly type of workout, build up to my max speed, and then I would float. So if we're talking about your flying sprint being 95+% effort, your float is just a little bit below that. You're trying to run at your max speed while staying relaxed, while staying loose. You want it to be about 90 to 95%. And then after 10 meters of float, you're gonna kick back into a fly and you're gonna give 100% effort again and try and get a faster time for the next 10 meters. So you build up to your max speed, relax, and hit your max speed again. That's the goal with that workout. And for that one, I would keep the volume a little bit higher, maybe 4 reps. And with those max velocity workouts, I tried to time everything. What I'll do is measure out a 10-meter fly and set up the camera to record it. And then I'll trim the video to get the time so that I can be very accurate in knowing, did I get a good stimulus or not? The most important thing with these max velocity workouts is the intensity. If you're coming in and you're tired, you didn't sleep well, you're not getting good nutrition, you're not fueled properly, you're not going to get the most out of these workouts because you're not hitting a fast enough speed to make it worth your time. If you only hit 80% of your speed, then you're getting a very small stimulus because your volume is really low and your intensity is not high enough to make a difference. So for these workouts, I recommend that you start with the night before, treating it like the workout, getting a good night's sleep, getting good nutrition, making sure you have enough food to have the fuel for the workout. This is one of those things that if you want to improve, you have to make sure that your workouts are top-notch quality, more so than really high volume. I like to do my acceleration 48 hours after max speed. So I'll do max speed on Monday, off on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm ready to run acceleration. Also very high intensity and relatively low volume. For those 2 workouts, I'll do 4 by 40 yard dashes or 40 meter dashes if I'm on a track, but usually I would have access to a football field, so 40 yards made the most sense. Very fast with really, really long recoveries, maybe 4 to 6 minute recoveries. The second workout is kind of a ladder of acceleration. So it starts with 20 meters, then 30 meters, then 40 meters, then 60 meters. And I'll do that once or twice depending on how I feel. The fifth workout is speed endurance. And I would do this on a Friday after acceleration. So Monday, 48 hours, on Wednesday, 48 hours off, back on Friday. Speed endurance will be my longest reps, my longest recovery, and one of my higher intensity sessions. I'll usually do something like 3 by 150 or 3 by 200, trying to run at race pace or just below. So let's say my PR is 22.5. I'm trying to run it at 22.5 to 23.5. I'm trying to run these really fast and give a full 7-8 minutes rest between to let lactic acid clear out, to let that waste flush out of my body so that I can give 100% effort on the next rep. You are accelerating like it's a max acceleration, hitting your top speed like it's 100, and holding on for as long as possible and making sure that you're running smooth and relaxed throughout the whole rep. So far the training week has looked like Monday on, Wednesday on, Friday on, Saturday, Sunday off. Monday, I'm gonna do max speed again. Wednesday, I'll do the other acceleration workout. And Friday would be the speed endurance workout, but every other week it switches. The Friday workout on the second week for me was what I like to call conditioning / volume / technique day. And here's the deal, with the other 5 workouts, they're very high intensity, really long rests, and not a lot of reps. And what happens is, it's really difficult to improve your running technique, to improve your conditioning, or to get more volume under your body when you're only running 9 reps throughout the first week. So the Friday workout on the second week is just designed to build more reps and to get more chances to work on your technique, run with really good form, run them sub-maximal so you can do a lot more reps. What I might do for that last workout is 6 to 10 100-meter dashes, sprint down, take a 1.5 minute rest, and sprint back. Around 15-16 seconds per rep. So still running them pretty fast, but not all out. Just give myself a 1 minute to a 1.5 minute rest to recover, get fresh, and then go again. You'll notice that the first 2 are really easy. You hit the time on the first one, no problem. You feel like you could have gone faster. What you want to do is make sure that you're focusing on accelerating well and holding a good technique throughout the entire rep. So if you're a 100-meter runner, try these workouts. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment if you have any questions, like, subscribe for more. And if you want access to the full workouts with every rep, every rest, and an explanation for each workout, check out my Patreon in the link below.